What's up, everyone? Welcome to my channel. I'm Diona Reese-Williams, and I just wanted to give you guys a little, day in the life, a little behind the scenes of what it looks like when I'm actually working on my paper. I'm either sitting at night, literally on the recliner. I have the TV on playing in the background, and usually telling my little dog or the other elder dog to go sit down. But this is just me just relaxing and working on my paper, and then also just doing some entrepreneurial stuff. I've just been working really hard in Notion to get things in order so then I can ensure that I have some sort of schedule when it comes to recording videos and content to be able to share with you guys. So this is just a little behind the scenes. And then the next clip that you guys are going to see is me actually driving home earlier in the day from work and just basically checking in and just giving you guys like a huge update of what's going on in my life. So thank you all for watching and catching up and seeing me in action. This is very different than what I typically would do, but I thought it was just time to just give you guys like a nice behind the scenes of how it gets done. So I hope to do more of these in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next clip. Hey guys, happy day 18 out of 45 of the challenge. I did a live this morning, but I thought I have a half hour before I get home. Let me go ahead and check in with you guys now. It has been a while since I've did any type of vlogging whatsoever, but I'm just driving home from work on a Friday, and it was a very productive day. It is not cold. I did say that on the live earlier. It's not cold at all. But I have on a work shirt, and just out of like protection, I don't know if that's the right word. I just have like where I work covered up. So anyhow, it was a beautiful 80 plus degrees, still nice and warm. Super warm outside. It's 66 now, like where I live, or as I'm heading south. But anyways, I on Fridays I have decided as like a treat for myself, not like I need any more treats in my life, but as a treat for myself, I am going to basically pick up a coffee, maybe. I'm not going to say this will happen every Friday, but probably most Fridays that I'm driving from work, I will intentionally go buy myself a coffee, because I'm passing by Dutch Bros or Starbucks. Literally, it's like you can walk to either one of them. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, I could treat myself to something. I only get Dutch Bros when it's hot, because I like their iced Golden Eagle, and I've already slurped it down. But I just wanted to share, look what they gave me. This is so cute. Some Dutch Love stickers. I just think these are so cute. I have no idea what I'm going to put them on, but I just thought it was sweet that I got some stickers today. So a nice little treat for myself. Also, I have not given you guys any nail art. These are my latest nails. They're so pretty. For the month of February, I wanted like something that was something with fun designs, but something that kind of, well, when I think of like Black History Month, like I just think of bright, bold colors, patterns, obviously people, like all of that. And so I want my nails to kind of represent that versus having Valentine nails. Nothing wrong with Valentine nails, it's just not my thing. But I think I've said this in other videos. It's because years of working with children, and you have to like overdo it on every single holiday. And now that I'm not actively working with children, it's nice because I get to choose what my nails look like, what my environment looks like. I don't have to have all the, Valentine's stuff. I enjoy that when it's for kids. I really, really do, because I just love seeing like the magic in their eyes and just how excited they get about that stuff. But I don't personally, for myself, I'm like, I don't want to do all this work. And plus, like, after Valentine's Day, I don't want a bunch of hearts on my nails. So, and this hand is different, or the ring finger is different, is what I'm trying to show you guys. And the thumbs are different too. Ta-da! So, anyhow, so that's a little nail art. I'll be sure to take some pictures, like regular pictures of them, so then I can insert them here and y'all can see them closely. And yeah, but today was super productive. Actually, yesterday, I mentioned this in the live as well. Thursday, I took the time and I worked through my goal development plan. And I'm so excited, like really, really excited about what I'm going to be putting together. Like, I feel like I have a solid plan on sharing my journey as a PsyD student who's almost done with school. Also sharing my journey as a solo entrepreneur, and sharing a little bit about my faculty life, like just sprinkles of it, nothing too intense, but just kind of sharing like the balance of all of it, and just getting back to why I activated this channel in the first place. It's all about my lifestyle, being an entrepreneur, and also being a professor. So today I actually got to campus within the half hour of getting there. I knew I was leaving again, and I was so excited because I finally got to go out into the field and go see students in person and go talk to them. So I'm gonna try to see if I can advocate for one other day to do that this month. If we don't have anything on our calendars, I would like to try to go see students one more time. So that was good. And then also we were able to drop off some curriculum to them. So that was exciting. And this is all like tied in with the grant that I have. So it's just nice to finally actively be doing the grant. That's what it boils down to. Pardon, besides like traveling and stressing out because your travel isn't booked until the day before you leave. Not venting. It's not isolated. We all collectively experience it, so it's fine. But afterwards, I got back to campus and I had another meeting. This time on Zoom. I am not used to doing Zoom from 1 to 3 on Friday. It was a stretch. I'm not gonna lie. It was a real stretch. By about 2:30, I was like, y'all, brain's checking out. And they were asking me to like sit and think about goals that I have, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't know what goals I have for this group. But anyways, it's a open education resource reference, OER, which is open source textbooks, and it's a leadership fellowship, and I'm really excited about being a part of it. I don't consider myself a leader in doing the work. Like, I don't feel like, oh my gosh, when you see OER, you see my face. I don't feel like that at all. But I do know at my college, I was one of the first faculty to really dive into it and really implement it throughout my entire program of teaching early childhood education courses. And the reason being was 5 years ago, I had taught my first, well, technically second, but first asynchronous course. It was a psychology course. And I had the opportunity to use an open source textbook. And because of my experience of being an online student now at this point in my life, it's been source textbooks. So I was able to, I didn't know, like at the time it was a big deal how I laid out the course. I just went off of what I had saw as a student. And so I developed the same thing for the psychology program. And of course in 2020, we know what happened. So my students were having a hard time getting their textbooks because just shipping and, there was just so much going on. And what I found is that I was having to source out a lot of material anyway. And so it was just easier for me to really try to see about transitioning the program to being open source. And ever since then, it's been the best decision I've ever made for our program. It was challenging in some aspects for some students, because I get it, we're all used to having that concrete material. I want to have a book, I want to open it, I want to highlight, I want to do the things. But it just meant that they did not get behind in their coursework. And the other big thing with open source is that you can update the source. You can alter the source and make it better and more relevant. I have nothing against published books, absolutely nothing. But I was telling my academic dean today, I said, I remember when they handed me the textbooks for the program, the early childhood program. As someone who's I literally practiced in my field for nearly 20 years, basically, before I moved into higher education. And I knew immediately with those books, they were dated. They didn't represent anything that was going on in the classroom. It just was not in 21st century. And so the challenge with published books is obviously they cost money for the student, but you don't always get a newer edition sooner rather than later. It can take time. So again, I was just happy about that. And then while I was on the call, I ended up meeting a program chair from the university that I'm getting my doctorate in. Guys, I'm low-key kind of excited about it. And what was even cooler, I messaged her privately and I was like, hey, I wanted to say this to you, but I couldn't say it in the meeting. I probably could have, if we were in a private group of our own. But I was like, I'm graduating from your institution, prayerfully in May. At least in class of 2025. I said, I'm a PsyD student. And I said, it's just so nice to see someone from my institution representing, because I think people think online education can have a bad reputation. And what is actually happening is all of these traditional schools are figuring out that there is a demographic of students that also want to learn, and they're behind the curve. So a lot of these schools are actually buying out these online schools because also their faculty sometimes do not want to make the transition to being online. And so the school that I'm graduating from, which I'll talk more about later when I officially graduate, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to share those photos with you guys. I'm just really proud and happy to see that somebody was there talking about OER, and I know that they have been on par and ahead of the game for years, over a decade in years. And to see them represented in that meeting, it was just I felt proud, and my prayer is, I was wondering, why is this person riding in this lane? They're riding so slow. It's kind of weird. I'm they need to move over, but whatever. But my goal is, when I have graduated from these institutions, I would love to adjunct for them one day. I would love to adjunct for my community college that I went to in San Antonio. Shout out to St. Philip's Community College, HBCU. I didn't graduate with my associates with them, but all of my formal education or early childhood came from there. So I want to just be able to pay it forward. I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for these various institutions and helping me be where I'm at today. I still sometimes can't believe that I work in higher education. It's just shocking for me. But here we are. So anyways, that was great. And then I met with my academic dean and we had a good meeting there as well. And I was able to just say, hey, like the last week of February, I'm going to be traveling actually quite a bit. I have a lot going on. I'm going to be in Phoenix for like 2 nights. And I also have like a presentation that I'm doing that Thursday. I'm like, whoa, Nelly, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we're going to figure it out. So, because that's the best we can do at this point. And so, yeah, I feel like February is going to pan out very well. And then, of course, just another life update. I will be over at the old house tonight and tomorrow, just working on just cleaning it up, clearing out more things, so we can prepare for garage sale. And so yeah, that's updates on the old house. The new place, guys, y'all don't know this, but some of y'all know this because y'all come on the live. But my office is all set. I'm super proud of it. I obviously don't have pictures up yet, but I will. But I'm just very proud of how well and organized everything is. I've been able to share books with students and talk about the books because I can see all of them for once and they're all in the right place. Oh my gosh, that y'all don't understand, or maybe some of you do, but when you have things in the right place, it's a game changer. People have no idea. It's just such a game changer. So yeah, so the office is done. Blinds are up with the exception of one room. We have to go get those cut back, and I think that's about it. And then eventually we will figure out curtain rods. I'm not like stressing over that in my life right now. I'm just happy we have the blinds. So aside from that, that's my home life. And then entrepreneurial life, this, I would say YouTube ties into it. I am going to start pre-recording some videos for goal setting and continue on with the goal development book, so you guys can get some clips there. And because I worked through the entire book, up until this point, I've already figured out things that I want to adjust. My goal and prayer is that I'm able to launch the goal development book next year, like late December or November, December, so people can have it for January. I'm also listening to the 12-week year. So for those of you that are super productive people and just like learning, the 12-week year it's been a nice book to listen to. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it if you're like a very goal-oriented type of person. Even if you're not, I still think it's a good book, especially if you have a lot of projects that you're managing. It just helps you kind of get zero focus on what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And just listening to the book is making me realize why I like it so much, because that's how I operate. I like to really focus on a project, and complete it and then move on to the next thing. And I tend to do it in seasons, like every 12 weeks I just flip the script and do something else. And so as I said in my life, right now I'm heavy in the doctorate, and so once the first quarter is over, I will shift into something else to do. Which, another exciting thing from the entrepreneurial lens, I made contact with someone today that, fingers crossed, I might be able to have someone design the backyard for my program, Outback Learning LLC. I'm super stoked. Super stoked. So, and she actually said that she is not able to do it right now, but she has some other folks that could provide some insight. But it also gave me this other idea. I need to reach out to another friend of mine that I know does landscape designing for nature-based programming. I need to reach out to her and get some quotes from her. And I don't know if she's actively doing designs either, but either way, it's just always good to kind of weigh your options and go from there. So, cooking up things, because when I tell you, when I'm done with this ID, I'm coming out hot, because I've been sitting on the creativity for, like, it feels like almost, over a year since I started with chapter 1 last in December of 2023. Yeah, I feel like I've just been sitting and waiting, like, okay, and yeah, so that's what's going entrepreneurial. I'm also going to, you guys already know that I plan to relaunch my podcast. If you've never heard of it before, I did a whole series called Black in Nature, and I'm still not so much talking about Black in Nature, but expanding on the topics that I've been talking about with you guys so far. So that's my plan with the podcast, and there'll be 20-30 minute episodes, and just going from there and just sharing my not day-to-day experiences, but probably diving into the content of the 12-week year, books that I'm reading, just other things that kind of keep me afloat as an entrepreneur, as a professor, and then of course life. Speaking of life, this is why I have not been vlogging that much, because I'm just life is happening. We've moved, and that's enough. And I don't necessarily want to film every single moment of that, which is why I've been going live, because that's much easier. But we have an off-Broadway show at the end of the month, so we'll be going to see Some Like It Hot, I believe. And the next day I have a planner meetup, so I got stuffs to do at the end of the month, so it'll be nice to do that. And then March is my better half and it's our 19-year wedding anniversary, and June makes 20 years of me and my husband being together. So 20 years of a relationship, and then 19 years of marriage. We got married after 10 months. So, and I thank my 21-year-old self every day. I'm like, good choice, girl, good choice. You knew what you wanted. So yeah, that's what's going on in life. But if you're wanting vloggy kind of stuff or just updates, you can check my lives. I do them daily while I'm doing the challenge. When I'm not doing a challenge, it makes it a whole lot easier to vlog. But right now, doing lives makes it a lot easier. So anyways, I think I've caught you guys up. Maybe I'll get some B-roll or something of me doing something this weekend. I don't know. Don't hold your breath. But I just figured I would update y'all and just say thank you for hanging out, following, subscribe. type in the chat or the comments. Excuse me, chat. Can you tell I zoom all the time? Type in the comments what you've been doing either for the challenge or what have you been doing if you're a solo entrepreneur or any project you've been working on. Type in the comments what you've been up to. And as always, I respond to them. But until next time, guys, take care. Have a great day. Have a great night. And have a good morning. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for riding home with me. Good morning, guys. Well, actually, good afternoon. I'm getting my life together so I can head over to the other place. I'm eating some yogurt, high protein yogurt. I'm gonna put some granola on top. Last night, so by the time you guys see this, it's probably going to be like in a week and a half. But last night I did a live, like at 9, almost 9 o'clock at night my time. And honestly, I could not believe the amount of people that hung out. So shout out to Nikki, Rick, Doc, D, Kayla. There were quite a few people that were hanging out and just asking like real life questions. It was pretty cool. So I think outside of the challenge, I'm gonna go live, like regular live days, like Friday, when my better half is watching WWE, and then I'm gonna go live on Sundays. You guys know I always cook on Sundays, so, and then I think there might be like another day, but I just feel like evening times are like the prime time to go live. And big shout out to Kayla, you know, kind of getting me on the game of like how lives work. I guess people go live, but they don't really engage with the folks in the comments. And I was like reading all the comments with the exception of whoever it was, Zero. He or she was having a moment. Which was fine, but I was like, I don't have time to make comments about this. But I really couldn't comment about anything anyway. They were just kind of like, I don't know, rambling on. But it was cool because I was able, myself and Dee were able to like give advice. And really Dee was giving some great advice to Rick. And then I was just getting to know Kayla and Nikki in the chat. So that was fun. It was just good times, really good times. And then I was just doing my planner sticker stuff and really more talking than actual planners. But at least I have like February decorated in one of my planners. So I'm going to work on that. I think this is going to be like a normal thing that I do. So I'm excited. So yeah, but today I'm pretty much getting my life together. I stayed up super late, but I know it's because I don't drink caffeine, and I did not get my Dutch Bros yesterday decaf. So yeah, I was cleaning at like 1 something in the morning because I was so wide awake and I needed to like wear myself out so I could go to sleep. So good times there, good times there. And eventually I drifted off, but of course, because I'm middle-aged, I need my sleep. Yeah, so that was just poor planning on my part, but I digress. But right now I'm making myself an iced coffee because it's warm, and as much as I would love to just go to Dutch Bros and go pick up a coffee, that's like 15 minutes away. I'm just not going to spend the gas to do that. So there's that. But what I should have done is I should have made the coffee last night so it would have been cold. But I'm going to try to make it like they do it at the at Dutch Bros. They always put the milk first. So I'm like, maybe that'll help. I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna help, but we're trying. We are trying. And then of course I have to have my metal straw. But aside from that, that's what I have going on. And we're going to the commissary. I've already picked out some HelloFresh meals that we're probably going to make. I'm actually going to make like a pasta dish this week, so I'm not going to do like two HelloFresh meals. Sorry, this is kind of loud. I'm trying to like break up the ice. Let me test it out. Let me see how it tastes. Oh, it's good. It needs more ice. I kind of see why they have to give you so much ice when they make an iced coffee now. So, anyways, I picked out the HelloFresh meals, and I actually want to make a trip to Ulta as well, but we'll see. I don't know. It all depends on how much we get done in the house. I should mention that I think I'm also going to go live on Saturdays too, because WWE actually comes on Friday, Saturday, and Monday. Monday it doesn't matter because I'm already teaching. I'm missing all of that. And actually that's on Netflix, so he can pretty much watch that anytime. But it's these ones that are like live and they're not on Netflix. Yeah, so anyways, happy Saturday to you all. It is technically day 19 of the challenge. I will be going live here shortly just to talk about where I'm at with the challenge, but my fitness today will be functional fitness, aka moving boxes. If I would not have had a caffeinated coffee, I would have went to CrossFit this morning, but I had to have that caffeinated coffee yesterday. But honestly, I did. I was seeing stars. I felt like I was seeing stars. I was tired driving home, and on Fridays I take an alternate route to get home. So that's the other challenge. So I add like another kind of another 5 to 10 minutes to the route, but it's just bypassing traffic and potential accidents on the highway. So anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I will try to pop back on tomorrow. And I don't know if this is going to be like an hour-long video. We'll see. I don't know. But one of my favorite teachers, Smarty Style, who has her own YouTube channel, I love the way that she does her vlog videos. She just talks and uploads, and she keeps it simple. So I try to lean into that style. That's more of my style of vlogging. I just talk and post, and people watch or they don't. But and then she'll share like some teacher content as well. This is so annoying. When we got this refrigerator, I know, a side note, I don't like when people deliver furniture, but they don't do a good job taking like the plastic off of the freaking appliance. It drives me nuts. Anyways, I gotta go, guys. Later. What's up, everyone? All right, so it's Sunday. I just finished taking a walk with my husband and our big dog Tillman. We took a 1 mile walk, but boy, he's a big guy, so we were walking pretty fast. I know like doing a mile in 22 minutes doesn't seem like a big deal, but it is a big deal when you normally do it in like 26 minutes. Anyways, he just has longer strides, and I was holding on to him, so he's a solid 75-80 pounds on a good day. But anyways, so far today I did some filming, or I did one filming. I did a peer group like meetup, and actually one of my classmates from Hawaii was able to sign on today, so that was really, really cool. And we all just honestly just checked in to share where we are in our doctoral experience as students. And we're not going to meet next week because it's a 3-day weekend. And so by the time you guys see this video, it'll be the 3-day weekend. And so I've just been trying to capture day in the life as a doctoral student, and then just like a day in the life of just managing, like just doing the things that I do to keep myself organized. So I've got another video that I need to film here shortly. And then I think I'm going to be filming a little bit of my planning session so you guys can see that. And plus I need to go live for the day. And of course it's Super Bowl Sunday. So there's a lot going on today, but I just wanted to check in really quickly. I might hop on tomorrow to close out this vlog. We'll see. I'll verify the time on how long my vlog is going right now. And then from there, I'll decide, because I definitely don't want to go past like an hour. But it seems like the longer the vlogs, it's fine. But my shorter videos, like my goal-oriented videos, are a lot different. So it's okay if those are much shorter. But happy Sunday and Super Bowl. Who do you think is going to win? Eagles or Kansas City? My husband. My husband's a Saints fan. I'm a Raiders fan because finally Vegas has a team. I was born in Vegas, so I'm like, up until that point, I really didn't have a team. So, but my brother's an Eagles fan, and none of us are Kansas City fans that I know of. No. I'm good with whoever wins. I'm here for the halftime. I'm not going to lie. So that's what I'm going to be watching. But anyways, and I'm going live tonight. So anyways, I'm going to hop off. I will chat with y'all later. This is a horrible angle. Look at that. Just horrible. But I didn't want to turn my camera this way. But, you know, I digress. Anyways, guys, I'll stop rambling and I'll see you on the next video clip. Okay, guys, so I'm going to quickly walk you through the process of how I plan. As you can see, I have my planner in front of me. I'm writing out how many minutes I need for each and every day to work on my goals and my task. And this is how I keep myself accountable. And then each night I go through those tasks and I basically put a check mark to say, yep, completed that. At the end of this clip, you'll see me basically holding up my little calendar here so you can see the final product. I hope you enjoy. Hey guys, all right, I'm going to go ahead and close out this vlog. I want to thank you all for following me this past couple of days so you can actually kind of get a little behind the scenes of what it looks like a day in the life of me being a student. Obviously, I'm not going to record myself talking with my students just for FERPA reasons, so I'm not going to record that, but just trust and believe that I do teach. You guys saw me relaxing on the couch, well, relaxing and typing, and you just finished seeing me write out my plans for this coming week. So I'm able to just basically tackle all the things that I need to do in order to feel successful in completing my doctorate, and just everything that comes along with this journey. So other than that, I don't have much else to give you guys, but I think this was helpful. I guess some other closeout thoughts that I would say, like a typical day for me is I just get up in the morning. I go ahead and like wash up, get myself together. I get some breakfast, and then I go ahead and get my movement out of the way. That way I don't have to worry about having to figure out when to do that. And again, a lot of my tasks that I have written out in this calendar, I typically do the majority of these things, like writing for my PsyD that happens at night. Recording my sessions, I will do recordings before I start work for the day. That way I don't have to worry about like switching back and forth between the tasks. And honestly, recording doesn't take that long to do. As far as I'm concerned, it just doesn't take that long to record a YouTube video. I'm using my phone. I have my gimbal right here. It's super easy as far as setup. It's really just planning to do the edits that I need to do afterwards. That's kind of what, I don't want to say takes the most time, but it's just like something that I have to keep in mind every time that I record a video. I also, instead of like trying, I try to do batch recording. This is something that I've learned from Dee Lashur. If you haven't checked out her channel, please go check it out. She's got an amazing series called Dear Future Husband, but also she is a writer. Oh my gosh, she is one heck of a writer. So if you're looking into getting into like the industry as far as like writing screenplays and movies and stuff like that, that's your person. She's dropping a lot of gems over there. But she shared a good gem with me, which was like, girl, do some batch recording. So I do batch recording, but I also plan throughout my week to say, okay, I'm going to record this video, record this podcast, and that'll just kind of make things more manageable for me. What else do I want to share with you guys? As far as balancing my academic and entrepreneurial life, as I said, I have a separate calendar for that. And actually, here's my work calendar that I use. Ta-da! And as my supervisor said, she was like, why do you have 2 notebooks? So I went into a meeting. I had my calendar, which I actually got this from Barnes & Nobles. It's really nice. And then I have my notebook. 2 different things. But what I like with this calendar, it just works really well. So I have like the days right here, but then I have all this room to write all my tasks, and I'm able to do that pretty easily. I'm trying to find something where it's like doable to share and it doesn't have student information. Yeah, so this works out perfect. It's like, this was like a non-finals week. We were already done with everything. There wasn't much to write on my calendar. Actually didn't have to travel to campus that week, but I just wrote down basic things like it's the finals week, it's final grading. At my task, I'm able to make check marks if I need to, but I'm so routine oriented. It's just not that complicated for me, at least. Some of my biggest priorities each day right now is I have to write for 45 minutes and I have to exercise and do some sort of movement every day. That's just a huge priority in my life. Along with my work life is making sure that I'm working through the grant that we applied for last year. And what keeps me motivated for during really long like work and study sessions, honestly, I enjoy being creative. And if I could go back and change things during this journey, I feel like part of what made me feel really overwhelmed in my writing process was that I was not giving myself enough outlet to be creative. And if I would have just given myself the okay, like, no, just be creative, you're going to be fine, you're going to write that, and taking the breaks, I think I would be much further along with the process. Instead, I felt like I had to freeze everything in my life and not do anything at all. And basically, I think it just kind of stifled me in a lot of ways. I didn't know how to just work and not be creative and not enjoy my life. That's part of what I feel like has allowed me to be successful, is that I've got this great balance between living life and being able to enjoy the things that life has to bring for me. So that's just some of the things that helps me keep going. And like I said, I shared with you guys my morning routine. I took you guys for a walk. You've seen me plan. If you like all this content, please like and subscribe. I'm doing a whole goal development series. You can check out those videos that'll be coming out on Wednesdays. And then I'll keep you guys up to date on my overall goals. So the next video that you'll see on Sunday is how I stay consistent with my dissertation writing with daily strategy. So hopefully that'll help you guys. And I'll try to do some of these vlogs every now and again just to kind of sprinkle them in, and you guys can see where I'm at in the process. And that's all I got. That's it. This is like the last good morning, good night, have a good day messaging, because I feel like I've said that 5 times in this video, but I'm actually done. Thank you for joining me this weekend, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye.